Here we are in beautiful downtown Burbank, home of the NBC studios, where Elvis shot the '68 Singer Special. It was called the Singer Special because the Singer Sewing Machines was the sponsor at that time. And today it's known as the Elvis Comeback Special. Colonel Parker came up with an idea to do a Christmas special for Elvis. And Colonel's idea was to do a nice special with NBC, and then they could play it every year, like you see a lot of specials done. So they had the meetings, Elvis agreed to it, and he met with the director, which was Steve Bender, and Bones Howe was one of the producers. And they met and they talked. They got to know Elvis. So they got Elvis alone in the room. We talked about the ideas and discussions. And Steve said, I don't want to do a Christmas special. Why don't we just do a special with you? Elvis said, hey, sounds good to me. Well, then Bob Finko went and talked to the Colonel, and the Colonel got all upset about it. He said, wait a minute, this is supposed to be a Christmas special. You know, why'd you guys influence Elvis? But they already got to Elvis, and that's the way it was. But the Colonel said, listen, you got to do a couple of Christmas songs. So we played at Christmas time. He agreed. Did the special. It was the first time Elvis had done a special, and NBC mentioned to the Colonel, he says, okay, who are we going to have as guest stars on the show? And they said, we don't need any guest stars. Elvis is a star. He can carry the show. And when you think about it, all the specials you see always have guest stars. Elvis was the star, and that was it. And he had a great time doing it. He enjoyed it. It was a new experience for him. He really got into it. In fact, he even slept in the dressing room. He never even went home. They set it up so he could sleep there because he didn't want to get out of the mood while we were doing the tapings. And had a ball, and I tell you, it was the highest rated show of that year on television. The director wanted to have a nice finale for that TV special, something different, a message song. And he talked to Elvis about it. He said, okay, come up with the right song, let me hear it. So they went to one of the songwriters, and they told him what they would like to have, a nice message song, something that people would understand, and Elvis could sing with heart. This guy went home. In 3 days, he wrote this song, If I Can Dream. And it couldn't have been a better song. If you see the show and you watch the special, came back to the studio, played it for Elvis, Elvis loved it, and recorded it, and that is probably one of the best songs you'll ever hear Elvis ever sing. You can see he sang it with feeling and heart. And we shot that thing at 3 o'clock in the morning, all by himself on that stage. They really got into it. It was one of the best songs he ever recorded. One of the jobs of being a road manager with a celebrity like Elvis, you should have to make sure everything was coordinated with our security guys, with Red, Sonny, and Jerry, and make sure they knew where they had to go. They made sure they knew where Elvis had to be at a certain place, at a certain time, made sure Elvis got there, and made sure I would go up there and check the stage, because every stage we went to a different city was a different setup. I'd explain to him, watch out when you walk up the stairs, you go to the left, or don't step over the cables over here. And then that was my job, really, one of them. I would walk him onto the stage, and I would tell him just before he walked up where to go. Then at the end of the show, after the show was over, Elvis had these spotlights in his eyes during the whole show. He could hardly see. And the minute they turn it off, he's blind for a few minutes. So he'd come to the right of the stage or the left stage. I'd be standing there waiting for him. And if you see any kind of footage, you'll see Elvis put his hands on my shoulder, and he knew I'd walk him down the steps and walk him right to the car, and we'd jump in the car and take off. So he was blind, and people always said to me, why does he grab you as he walked off stage? I said, because he couldn't see where he was going. And that's one of the jobs of a road manager, make sure he got where he had to be. And a lot of times on stage, you know, all of us guys would be up there security-wise, and he'd grab you and drag you on stage. You know you don't want to be there, and embarrass you, and make joke about you or something like that. He had a good time on stage. Well, I think the '68 special made Elvis want to go back on the road again. He enjoyed singing in front of the people. He looked great. I mean, anybody that sees that special today always tell me that's the best I see Elvis look, the best he performed. He sounded great, and he was having a good time.